The yogurt shop murders have officially been solved. I'm a little late to this, I slept in, so I'm sure many of you already know about this. But police, through DNA, have identified a suspect in the case. In 1991, these 4 young women were found murdered inside the I Can't Believe It's yogurt shop in Austin, Texas. 13-year-old Amy Ayers, 17-year-old Eliza Thomas, and sisters 17-year-old Jennifer Harbison and 15-year-old Sarah Harbison. And whoever killed them also set the building on fire, which would have destroyed a lot of evidence. As many of you have seen, there was also a recent docuseries on HBO Max about this case that was not a very popular docuseries. But there had been suspects, there had been arrests, there had been convictions, and there had been overturned convictions. At one point, a DNA profile was discovered from one of the girls that obviously did not belong to them. It belonged to their killer, or killers. And when they finally had that DNA, they linked it against all of their suspects, and it did not match a single one of them. But as of yesterday, September 26, 2025, with that DNA now using more extensive DNA testing than what they had prior, and using genetic genealogy, they were able to find their suspect. This man here, Robert Eugene Brashers, a suspected serial rapist and serial killer, who between 1990 and 1998 had committed at least 3 murders across multiple states. However, he will not ever face justice for what he did to the 4 girls, because in 1999, after a police standoff, he put a gun against his head and he pulled the trigger. Another piece of evidence that linked him to the yogurt shop murders is the gun he used to end his life. Once they had the DNA hit, they compared the casings they found at the crime scenes with the gun that he used that fateful day to end his own life, and it was, from what I understand, a match. Or at the very least, his gun had been considered consistent with firing the bullets that killed the girls. But he is dead, so he will never face justice. This is one of those cases that a lot of people feared may never get solved because of the bad police work, arresting wrong suspects, forcing confessions, false confessions, that it had just become such a convoluted mess that how are they ever going to solve this? But thankfully, there were people there who persisted and wanted to truly get to the bottom of this case. Obviously, they'll never know his exact motive or exactly what happened that night. Could one man have overtaken 4 girls? Well, if he had a gun in his hand, he could have scared all 4 of them, so yeah. He could have been holding the gun at them while blocking the way out of the building. So it is possible that one person did this. But while they will never get justice, at least their families know that their monster is gone forever.